All right, I'll tell you what, guys. This has been a weird weekend, man. And why not? Why not also have a where I lose internet randomly at the end of one of the games? So, with that said, guys, we are back now. As you can see, we are in the next game. I'm pretty sure, unfortunately, it did cut off before the other game finished. So just a quick recap. Obviously, what happened? Sync Esports did actually pull through in the end. They pushed the top lane. They were able to break through, and it just Nullstone could not. They could not do enough. They could not do enough to defend it. And in the end, the Salamon and Pebbles and the farm of them that they had was just too much to handle. So that's where things stand. It is a 2-0 lead now in favor of Sync Esports. And here in this best out of 5, so Nullstone came in on the verge of losing the series if they do lose here and any other game for that matter. So Sync Esports trying to take care of business. We'll see what can happen. Whew, let's just hope that we just get a really, really good rest of the series now to finish it off, especially with what we've been through. Anyways, I should be back now with Minnie, I believe. Minnie, you there? Are you there, Minnie?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
I was going to say.
I was just trying to try a little
boy.
bit. I was just waiting.
Oh,
I was
boy.
wondering how long it would take before you started getting panicked, but it's fine. I'm here. Like I couldn't be too cruel to you, Breaky. Salomon, though, Breaky.
Anyway, so here we are. We got to game 2, and yes, Salamon indeed picked up by Sync Esports. So they got the Moira response, Dr. Repulsor also by Sync Esports. So a strong show. What was banned with that said? Midas, Tremble, Magnus, and Warbeast were the bans there. So things started off so far, and there's like a Cthulhu font response now from Nullstone. But yeah, if you would have told me we'd be seeing Salamon and Midas being first picks, I don't know. I don't even know what I would say to that.
What has Hon come to? But I mean, I'm just thinking of like Salomon Cutters, and like I talked about obviously the succubus. Mesmerize is really good. Obviously, it can be taken off, but in the heat of the battle, it's not the easiest thing to do. Obviously, it's not saying that it's not out of the control of Sync to do that, but very very hard to do it nonetheless. Just heroes that can really almost delay the game. Delay the team for or kind of kite Salomon. So either you completely kite him, or you just make sure that you lock him down from start to finish when he's on his ulti. And obviously, Succubus is one of the best heroes to do that. Obviously, you can have heroes that are just really good at sort of kiting him. Like perhaps you could pick up like Monarch, for example. The ulti speed. Whenever he pops his ultimate, you just use the Monarch speed and then you just run away. But it's kind of hard to do that though when you're playing against Dr. Repulsor, because like Salomon, is very easily kited, but then you have Dr. Repulsor that is very good for catch. So kind of hard to do it in that respect. But yeah, they definitely need something to deal with the Salomon though, because if you completely disregard it and don't try and counter it, then it's just going to wreck you. We've seen it time and time again. So
Yeah. Gonna do that with the Suicide Salamon here, the potential at least once again for Sync Esports. So obviously the Doctor and Ophelia that they end up with. Now you see Behemoth being right-clicked on the side of Nullstone. No, they're going to go with the Bubbles route instead, at least for now. So again, a strong trio of heroes that they have, still needing their carry option. You got Pebbles being right-clicked over in your Sync. Yeah, I would think if you're Nullstone here, banning out of Pebbles would probably make sense. You probably want to ban out Mickey heroes in general, and that's one of those. So.
yeah,
Dark Lady, the first ban by Sync.
had a massive impact obviously last game. So you'd expect it to be banned out here as well, because they could just pick up like Pebbles +1, and there's the Pebbles ban. So nice ban there. Sorry.
Pebbles, Swift Blade, yeah, there you go. You got, again, guys, I know it sucks. It really does, unfortunately, and as a result of because of the DC2, the footage, unfortunately, not going to be on the VOD either, so that's just, again, it's just, that just kind of sums up how this weekend's been, just all over the place, 4v5s, just constant pauses, DCs, and then that as a cherry on top. Like I said, hopefully all that's out of there now, and then we're just going to finish off with some good Han, because honestly, there has been a lot of good Han this weekend, too. It's just had the issues for whatever reason, so. But the band's continuing. Kraken now coming out with, from what you got here. You see a lot of chat back and forth. And continue to have fun with one another here. And so, one more band on either side. Again, Sync up 2-0 in this best-of-5 grand finals. A win here would secure it for them and take home their share of what would be $1,500 of the prize pool for the Onslaught tournament. So, of course, even as a runner-up, still getting $1,000. Not too shabby. But definitely want that a little bit more for several reasons. Prisoner ban coming out right here. And now back over to Nullstone. We'll see who they finish off with. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how games like this weekend, too, how, maybe how they're going to possibly change things going into the World Finals. I don't know all these teams are in it, but, Sync especially is, and clearly they're showing that they're fans of heroes like Moira, like Salamon, and is that stuff teams are going to need to be worried about now going into this?
Yeah, I definitely think so, because why else would they be playing it this much? Obviously, it's a good hero, so that could be the reason why. But, I mean, if it's a good hero, then you might as well play it in Thailand, because that's obviously where you'd be wanting to win even more so. And it's working out here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do see it quite a lot in Thailand. More so, obviously, from Sync. I don't think BMG are the hero or the play style to really fit Salomon in. BMG, they don't really run a lot of sort of heavy push and team fight as Sync does. So I can see Sync play it, and I mean, if Sync play it and they do very, very well in the first day, for example, you could see other teams saying, "Oh yeah, Sync, they went undefeated, say in the group stages on the first day, and then it has an impact kind of thing." Obviously, a lot of people copy the teams that are doing very well, whether it's in this scene, for example, or even in like a mini meta in terms of the LAN event, offline event. So. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, yeah, that like, man, from today and just like these last, like, I'm not even surprised really, to be fair, just because of how random it's been. But
yeah. This hero's never been picked before. No, okay, Mickey's lying. It has been picked before, as Quincy shows there. So, and didn't do too well though. Didn't do too well to say the least. So, but. I mean, Brambles always had potential. I think we've kind of talked about every now and then those Bramble discussions that we have, which are very rare. But it's about the push, though, and that goes back to that mindset. So, again, it's not out of the question here. It makes sense in that logic, and having the ultimate assist with that, and good to go. So, Kinesis now coming out as a 4th pick for Nullstone.
Yep, definitely. And, I mean, the Bramble is actually a really, really strong hero. I think we'll probably see that actually in Mickey's hands. Because I've always thought about whether Bramble could work. And I think if it's going to work, it has to be played sort of mid-initiate. In that respect, maybe pick up a Portal Key. It works very, very well in terms of the lineup that Sync have got going on here. The Ensnaring Shrubbery is absolutely great in terms of the heal and the actual sort of absorption that it gives. Not only that, but the ult is very useful for pushing towers as well. So, yeah, Sync doing their all-in push and sort of team fight as well makes sense. And Nullstone have to be ready to sort of counter that. Otherwise, it's going to be the same in what happened in Game 1, honestly, whether they have 4 players or 5. So.
There's Rhapsody coming out. Yep, that's the final, so it makes sense. You got the Oogie being right-clicked. Is this going to be the Oogie? You see Beaver Banger even giving hint to it with the Ooga Booga. Is that the direction they truly want to go, though? And clearly it is. So Nullstone Gaming going to rely on their Oogie carry to make it happen here, to stay alive in what is the game 2 technically. But again, could be the final game if they lose it here. So, but why not? Why not, right? Beaver Banger, he plays plenty of good Oogie, and
why not, man? Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, exactly. So. That's how it's going to finish off, and here we go. We are into what is game number 2 here, the Grand Finals now, the Onslaught. We'll see how it plays out here now. Again, Sync Esports going this very, very aggressive push stealth strategy with the carry Salamon in a sense. Although he's being played by Keizu, he eventually becomes the carry for the team, of course, in that later game stage, as we have now seen several times by a couple of teams, both of these teams for that matter. Bramble, though, I'm excited to see. Bramble's a fun hero. The ultimate of his, the Entangling Vine Wall, can be a very powerful tool for pushing towers, for ganking people, for cutting off the paths and doing a lot of damage. And the Ensnaring Shrubbery as well, yeah, fun ability, man. It's fun to say, but also it's strong. It's a strong ability. It's obviously the heal aspect to it, the mitigation that it provides, and helping people get away on your side. And then the nice little aura from the Combat Vigor on top of that. So it really is a sound hero. Excited to see what Mickey is able to do with it here. Playing the Bramble. Look at the bottom lane. They're all down here, though.
Can't catch.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know
Maybe. Nah, not be out in time.
Just out of range. Second Sanio with the computer restart and everything has to make sure that his binds are good to go once again. But yeah, guys, again, I know that, yeah, the screen is definitely shaking once again. the last game, like I said, unfortunately cut out there as far as the stream went. But basically, Sync Esports, they regrouped. They ended up pushing the top lane. I think at that point you might have seen that they had a token of life on Pebbles, but they were able to push him with that, and it just Nullstone could not stop it. I mean, by the time they were able to somewhat react, it was just too much, and the racks ended up going down, so thus a 4 versus 5 victory in favor of Sync Esports in that previous game. So I know it's not much of a recap there, and he would have definitely rather seen it, but doing the best we can here. I guess at the very least, could check out the replay, really, if curious about seeing how it did finish visually. Okay, going to be good to go here, though. As far as we're zooming it on. Again, the chase going to be unsuccessful at this bottom lane. Sync's best heroes, Ophelia. 20 games, 90% win percentage. Yep, not surprising there. Zlap plays that very well. They don't have Ophelia this time around. Oh, yeah, they do. What am I saying? They do. I was looking at the Hellborn side for a second, but of course they do. They have it on their side, so. Look how the lanes are shaping up so far, and guess nothing too crazy from what I can tell. Bramble will end up mid. It's going to be Bramble versus Bubbles mid. That should be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Bramble is actually decent. Like in almost any lane, he can really. I think normally mid is where it's really can excel at. Because he's very, very tanky. Like he has high armor, high tank ability as well in the early lane stage. So he can't really get boxed out too much from Bubbles. So all Mickey's going to be looking to do is really sort of get last hits, for example. And Bubbles is not going to be able to really pressure him, I don't think, too much in the lane. So.
Ophelia getting kind of pushed back here. He puts the Reverie down just before the spawn, so is going to be able to block that camp right there.
I'm surprised Slap's actually going aggressive in this jungle. Perhaps he just doesn't want to try and de-ward his own jungle, so I thought might as well go try and farm in Cthulhu's jungle. I don't think that's going to work, though. Like, Cthulhu will just eat any creep that Ophelia's going to get. So, yeah, he's going to go back into his own jungle. So I think that's a little bit of a waste of time. But.
Yeah, maybe they're expecting Cthulhu to be aggressive. I mean, we talk about that constantly.
That's true.
Possibility there.
But I mean, normally I think that's only normal or only possible if if Nullstone go like an aggressive dueling, for example. Actually, Kinesis might be in trouble here now.
Oh, yes, he is. Fuzzy Sloth, can he somehow escape out of this? Camarato attacks. It's not going to happen. He will go down. And Flensmeister gets credit for the kill. That was a long-range auto attack, man, but it was enough to pick up the kill on a Fuzzy Sloth. Yeah, he got caught in the jungle there. Rhapsody chasing him down, so well played, and a good start, obviously, for Sync Esports, so that's concerned. Ophelia now in her own jungle, his own jungle, whatever you want to call it. Looking at Bramble versus Bubbles, though. Again, very early on. Bramble 5 denies already, 4 and 5 here. Bubbles 4 and 2. So, see right there. What is that called? The Q, the Spore Breath. Yeah. Let's take cover though.
Take cover the stuns, but yeah, nice. But like, yeah, he was pulled region as well, actually, Bramble. So able to just sort of go toe to toe with Bubbles and just stand up in the front row and get a lot of last hits.
Oof! You see that damage he's able to provide now. Bubbles doesn't have any mana left. I'm sure a bottle is going to be coming here shortly. Yeah, still needs a little bit more before that. But yeah, Bramble able to harass pretty effectively here. Yeah, not going the ensnaring shrubbery. Is going the combat vigor.
Oh, Rhapsody.
It's Rhapsody coming in. She is staccato stuns. There is the Spore Breath, and down goes Bubble. So well played right there. Rhapsody Insania, he's back, and he's being effective, as usual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just nice rotation over. He had no vision, so good rotation over from Insania.
Yeah. Able to pick up that kill. So bottom lane, you got Dr. Pulsar. He's obviously feeling very good as far as where he's at. I mean, Kinesis knows that Rhapsody was missing at least for a little bit here, so maybe feeling like he could be a little bit further up. But as I say that, Rhapsody is right now running back with a double damage. No, going to be wearing off. Will not be able to make the use of that. There we go there. Salamon, yeah, look at that. He's in the jungle here. Interesting. Getting farm where he can, I guess. Kinesis, again, should be fine. Oh, they're going to go for it. Will they actually have enough damage right here? I don't think so. Yeah, he's able to survive. That shield helping him out a little bit, too. But yeah, Kinesis coming to the jungle. You like that decision? It makes sense to you?
Kinesis going into the jungle.
Or I'm not Salamon going to the jungle, not Kinesis.
Right. I was like, what? No, it makes sense. I remember, like, the first time we saw it, it was on Saturday, wasn't it? Game 1. He died sort of 2 or 3 times in the jungle, in the lane, because it's a very hard lane, as this one is as well. And I said, what he needs to do, just go into the jungle and farm the yellow camp, so he can at least get some kind of reliable farm. And even perhaps try and have a impact mid perhaps as well. But this is going to give him at least reliable farm. If he sits up top, he's just going to die and get nothing up there. So it just makes this it's the logical choice. If the lane gets pushed out top from Oogie, then go back up there. But in the meantime, try and collect runes, maybe stack ancients, and then just farm the yellow camp, because that's all you need to do, or you can do as well. So.
Yeah. Bramble has been able to do very well here in the middle lane so far. 300 gold per minute. Safe to say that he's won this lane. Obviously got some assistance from Rhapsody there to initially get that kill. But as far as the laning presence goes, Rhapsody, in fact, is coming back over and is going to force Bubbles to go back once again. But yeah, you see Bramble 20 and 10 has that assist. Is farming over 300 GPM. We'll see what he's able to do with it. Now, of course, you got an Oogie free farming in the hands of Beaverbanger here. You can never be too certain that you're in a good spot, especially if that's the case. So, constantly in the back of the mind of Sync Esports, I'm sure. Having to address the Oogie. Middle lane, no, just using the Song and Sea to farm. It looks like again Rhapsody coming over. But now Moira's here. Obviously, no point for her to be at the top lane.
No one's even there, so she can sort of stack, rotate over. I mean, she does need to get some levels for herself, though. She's only level 2, and obviously so is Rhapsody here. But at the same time, she needs to have a little bit of an impact. She's going to try and go bottom, perhaps, trying to have an impact there. But I think if Dox gets level 6, she's just going to be actually food. So she needs to be careful of positioning in that respect.
Yeah, you got Dr. Repulsor again pushing it up to the tower. We'll see if.
Yeah, expect Salamon will go up there now. Like all he was doing is farming the jungle. If top gets pushed out, then he'll TP back up there.
Yeah.
So expect a TP rotation soon.
Yeah, has that on him as you mentioned, so going to be good to go to.
Yeah,
In fact, there we go. And it goes up here as being pushed up, so yeah, pretty much on cue. As you would expect, you do see Salamon. He actually did put a point into Wish for Power. Kind of interesting there. I guess with the jungle
he's
that
going
he
to
was
help
doing.
in jungle. Yeah. Oh, is he?
Is he in trouble? I think he is. He's dead.
Wow.
Look at Oogie, man. Beaverbanger. There's a reason why teams ban this hero against this against Nullstone. Bottom lane, though, in the meantime, Fuzzy Sloth, he's going for the turn kill. He will survive. Dr. Pulsar wants him, though, and he gets him. As a result, right there, Moira, the illusion, not much left for her to do. And the auto attack's not nearly enough, so good chase, at least a counter kill there in that sense. Taking out the suicide for suicide. But yeah, Oogie, 450 gold per minute already.
Yep. Oh, Cthulhu and Ophelia going at it, actually.
Are they over here? Yeah, Bramble, Spore Breath, not enough for the stun, though. And they fall back, so going to be fine. Poured in from Kinesis. They want to make something happen. Bubbles isn't level 6, though. I wonder if, they almost thought he was, but unable to catch because of that, so unable to perform a follow-up there. But yeah, Oogie, I believe it has been a little bit here, but I'm pretty sure, again, the icon of the goddess is pretty evident.
Yeah, it'd be icon, and then I think he goes... I think he goes the, what's it, the green thing. The Nun's Wisdom, yeah.
The Nun's Wisdom, the green thing.
I don't know what they're called, man. I just go what they look like. Nun's Wisdom, that's it, yeah. After that, that's what he does.
Not the green triangle, the green thing.
that's the other one. That's the other one, man.
Yeah. All right, yeah, no, that makes sense, yeah. Possibly see that here, too. But again, now, we have seen this before, though. Salamon, he's being locked down, KZ in that Game 1 against Nullstone Gaming in that winner bracket finals, as we keep going back to, and ended up, taking over the game in the end, so... This is not unfamiliar territory in a sense. Yeah, they're coming over to try to get this bottom, but this ward is side spotting it. I mean, you see the Reverend. I mean, that I guess it should be in range, but they just don't have the uphill vision. So they're unable to get that ward of sight there. As Pond's coming out here. Awkward timing. Yeah, they know this is happening, so it's also kind of going to give them a little bit more time to think about it. Bubbles is level 6 as well, and he has a TP. So I wonder if this could be a big fight here for Nullstone, actually. It has potential. Oogie also is ready to go. Yeah, I think Sync Esports, they need to be careful here. Saying titles are wrong. Oh my god, they are. I apologize, yeah. I got caught up in all that mess there. Thanks for the heads up. Let me just fix that real quickly. Yeah. Apologize for that. Yeah, no, it is 2-0 Sync Esports, guys. Forgot to update the scores there. Twitch chat helping as always. Being the other co-caster.
Twitch chat.
All right. There we go. So it should be good now. So, I'm going to pause here, though. Beaver's having a dog show at his house. All right. That's normal.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I really think, though, this is... I know, I'm sure they're not purposely doing this, but this is kind of good for Nullstone because, again, they saw this coming over, and they know that they're going to be able to respond to this pretty effectively, is what I was getting at, because, like I said, they got the TPs. They're actually Moira and Kinesis are already here, so Sync's in a little bit of trouble. It's going to be interesting to see how this turns out.
It's still 3v2 though, unless they get a TP rotation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm expecting
someone.
TPs.
Yeah.
You got Cthulhu Fun. Yeah, everyone else has
Just,
a portal to come in. So
they need to get catch either on the Rapsy or the Ophelia though, because otherwise if they TP in, they're just going to back off and nothing's going to happen. And Dox is not going to be able to die because he's got ludicrous speed. So like Rapsy and Ophelia have to overcommit, like go for Ophelia, go for Kinesis, sorry, and then TP come in from like Bubbles. So that's like the perfect hero because it's got Keltfield.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean the draft and the strategy story more so from Sync is just very similar from game one. Like they just got different heroes. Like they got very similar heroes really, but they've got Bramble instead of like a Pebbles. So unless they don't have like the burst, but they still have the initiation that's coming from Dr. Pulsar instead of Pebbles. But they have better push and they have a little bit better team fight because of the Bramble. The ensnaring shrubbery is going to do a lot of work, and then obviously they can slow push with the entangling binding. So, yeah, very, very similar to game one, but it's effective, you know, like obviously works in game one when they had full members. So.
Yeah. I'm sure it's bound to work out here if things come together once again for Sync Esports, but obviously they do more so than not. So, I mean, I hate to say, I don't want to. We might just go on a break here ourselves once again because sitting in another pause here. So, hopefully, we'll give it just another couple seconds here. But, yep, this is where we're at. Yeah, we're gonna go on a break. We're gonna go on a break, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be back here shortly. We see, okay, I need to unmute myself. So we go to the bottom lane. Okay, I'm back, guys. We got the bottom lane. So they are going in right here. We got Fuzzy Sloth and Moira, though. They're able to react, and yeah, so no TPs or anything like that. No gank, and in the end, they're just going to push the tower. So, but still,
Bubbles is coming.
Yep,
Bubbles is coming.
They're coming in. Moira's coming in with the flank position. Doesn't have an arcane vortex, only level 2, obviously, but does get her stun off. Bubbles comes in as well. There's that Kelfo. You see Dr. Pulsar reacting immediately. Bubbles taking some good damage, and Bubbles going to fall as a result of that. And well played indeed by Sync Esports right there. So everyone stays alive, and now Bramble joins the party on top of that. And now this is definitely going to be a big tower push right here. If you're Nullstone, I'm pretty sure you do not want to be... I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they want to defend this. Yeah, Bubbles being dead, they wouldn't have a Kelfold even. Yeah,
they need to just split top and mid, just leave bottom because they're not going to defend it. Not when Bramble's here as well with the Ensnaring Shrubbery, and he's probably going to pop the ulti perhaps if he feels it's necessary. So, yeah. Although it looks like they're going to try and defend. Footprint and Kinesis are here, but this tower's already dead, man.
Yeah, going down right there pretty quickly, and no Vine Wall even needed by Bramble. Just more than enough firepower to take care of business there, and again, an early tower push. Right on cue here for Sync Esports at about 9 minutes into the game. So coming together, and you do see, again, Salamon, it's opened up a little bit of time for him now. He's picking up some more farm at the top lane here, as the creep wave is now pushed up in his favor. So you look back at Oogie, though, 1,500 gold saved up. Haestrin actually on him, as he's going to go throughout the jungle right now, it looks like. And going to pick up more and more farm. So, yeah, constantly thinking about Oogie, though, and the potential that he has with Primal Surge and healing up while doing some good damage. It's a deadly combo.
Interesting water sight placed here by Insania top lane. He actually ate these couple of tangos on top of the trees to get right in behind this tower and place it water sight here actually. So gives actually Kaiser ability to sort of static farm this lane. So if he sees 2 or 3 coming in, he could obviously just back off. So yeah, nice water sight placed here from Insania. He might actually be in trouble though. Oh no, he picks up Invis. That's rather helpful. But yeah, because now Kaiser can just static farm this lane. So unless Nullstone actually pull this creep camp, or pull the camp, or use the pull camp here to get lane control, this lane is going to be in favour of K2, and they can't gain K2 either because this lane will placed by Insania. So,
Bubbles falling back just enough though. Kinesis also here. You see Insania getting the information though. Seeing what's up. Dr. Repulsor and Bramble in the vicinity. Ophelia's the one that's actually in a little bit of trouble. They know someone's over here. She's going to try to run out. And it looks like actually she is going to be able to make the getaway. So yeah, they didn't really do too much about it. And they fall back, so Oogie is here, ported in, thinking that a fight was going to be taking place, but yeah, exactly. Salamon now just getting more and more farm at the top lane, finishes the Helm of the Black Legion. Going to the jungle right here, actually going to find Mora, and Salamon might be in a little bit of trouble. Nope, the Shards of Heartgun not in range, so never mind. He will be fine. Doctor just pushing out the bottom lane in the meantime. 390 gold per minute now for Flensmeister. Speaking of an icon of the goddess, of course, him getting an icon here, definitely not out of the question. And Flensmeister especially loves to do that. Again, excited. So do you think it's going to be like a Portakey on Bramble here, more for the initiation purpose? Or?
Yeah, I think that makes most sense, because you can actually sort of channel your Spore Breath before you jump in. So you channel it, then you Portakey, and straight away it sort of stuns if you time it correctly. So yeah, I'd expect Portakey. He doesn't have to get it really, because the initiation can come from Doctor, but they'll need follow-up. So Portakey makes sense, and I think he'd go Portakey.
Look at this, though, in the meantime. Solomon, by the way, he barely survived at the top lane. Well played. Good job with the heals, and he TP's out in the end to survive. And they push the middle tower right here. The Minotaur stun, that one's going to hit Cthulhu, but not going to really matter. As now actually Kelfield comes out. Ophelia's in a lot of trouble now. She's going to very likely die right here. She does. Flensmeister holding his ground. No, he goes down. There's the fine wall, but Bramble also going to fall on top of that. So things came together pretty nicely for Nullstone Gaming right there. And now they're going to push this middle lane. So again, Oogie, Gnome's Wisdom already now finished on top of that Ring of Sorcery that he has, and they're going to be pushing middle.
Yeah, a lot of team fight presence because of the amount of damage they have, like Kinesis, obviously Oogie, Bubbles, Cthulhu, they have a lot of burst potential, and Sync just weren't ready for it. They don't have Astrolabe yet on Ophelia, and a big tower kill coming out in the way of Nelson though, so yeah, playing well.
Got to be feeling pretty good for Nullstone right there, so good job changing the momentum a little bit, back in their favor slightly. But now you got Sync Esports, continue to farm once again, coming up with the resurrections here. Glowstone on Dr. Repulsor. Again, getting pretty close to finishing that Icon of the Goddess. He's going to go to the bottom lane here now. It's pretty far pushed up, so don't know if there's a whole lot he can do with it right now. Going to check out the Ancients, perhaps. The triple stack Ancients coming out. I guess it already was triple stacked, huh? So that was a little bit of a miscue there, I guess. Pulling it anyways, just in case. Keeping Doctor guessing. Doctor, actually, he's in a funky spot. Now, they're going to spot this happening. Oogie's coming over. If he actually goes all the way, probably going to... Okay, yeah, he is going to be looking to do the Ancients, and this could be dangerous because Dr. Repulsor, they got a ward of sight on this uphill here. They know Oogie's doing it, and they want to take it to him. Now, Doctor by himself, he probably would need some help. And it looks like Bramble's going to be that help. They're going in right here. Moya's trying to come here in time as well for the support. You see the Primal Surge, but there's the final wall. Oogie, though, he's staying alive barely. He's some way, somehow. That Primal Surge is so powerful. Will it be enough in the end? He is starting to drop now. Dr. Pulsar getting some good auto attack damage. And Bramble, he will survive barely. Down goes Oogie. Cthulhu will finish off Bramble, but at what cost here? Cthulhu goes down, so it took a while. But they do end up getting the Oogie kill. Did he buy back? Yes, he did. He's coming back in now, so Sync. They need to be careful here themselves. They're starting to fall back. There's the Kelfield, though. Once again, Ophelia and Rhapsody get caught. Rhapsody, no, can't TP him back. And they both get taken out. So hat trick for Slap, though. in the end, he ends up with another kill just before he gets taken out. So they got a buyback out of it at least, I guess. But
yeah, I don't know if that was worth it though from Boomerbanger. Like they only secured 2 extra kills, Repsy and Ophelia. Maybe like he got one of those kills. I mean, he's still farming really, really well, but they lost most of the ancients anyway. But I guess it was okay. I mean, having buyback sort of late stages in the game against Sync isn't too impactful. They just don't want to give up too much already. So
yeah,
makes sense, I guess. Oops, Salmon's going to be fine.
Interesting. He pops his ulti just in case. Yeah, give him more life pool, I guess. But
that was not really needed, I think, because it's still going to get stopped. But it's whatever, I guess.
Well, he got away. That's the point, and yeah, so it will be down. And I don't know if he was spotted using it, to be fair, so they might not know that, but not the end of the world necessarily. You're looking at Mickey, by the way. He's going to helm with the Black Legion, actually. First here initially, at least. Using that 330 gold per minute of his, so yeah, tanking up a little bit. But again, the portal key, very possibly, still going to be one to look forward to, I'm sure. But that makes sense to you. I mean, going the helm here.
Well, on Bramble, yeah. Like I said, because like portal key would be good and all, because it would give him follow-up for Dr. Repulsor, but they don't technically need it, though, because Doctor technically is their initiation. They don't have, like, portal key pebbles in this game because their initiation is actually Dr. Repulsor. Because now with, like, the tanky Bramble, he can sort of sit up in the front ground, and all he needs to do is just sort of right-click and do the slow siege. So.
So they mess with each other. Apparently, Resher on top of the counter wards here. As far as taking care of this ward aside. So, Salamon pushing out the bottom lane. He's pretty far up right here, but I guess feeling comfortable that he's not going to be jumped, and he would be correct at that. At least for now. There's a TP coming in. Now, Rhapsody is nearby. Salamon doesn't have ulti, though. Remember, we were talking about that earlier. In fact, going to be jumped here by Bubbles, but they're not going to really be able to chase the most. Rhapsody, just in case, dealing with the illusion. And they're both going to be fine here. But, yeah, again, Kaizo and Salamon are very likely expecting to see the Restoration Stone here for him, especially what he likes to do as far as his build goes. Doctor, Icon of the Goddess, finished on him. That's all on the Yugi, man.
Yeah, he's going to go towards building towards the Icon now as well. It's just, with the team fight from Sync, like, they've got so much... like sort of team fight, they've got so much push as well, and like the amount of tankiness they actually have. They've got 2 Helmblood Legions, they've got sort of 2 sources of heal, let alone obviously the protected melody as well. So I don't know if Nullstone have sort of the continued sustained damage to actually sort of cut through the likes of Sync, and when they get the Resto Stone on Salamon as well, it's just going to be very hard to deal with unless Oogie is really farmed, which I guess he is, to be fair. So. It's just going to be hard though, because obviously they don't have like a real physical threat. And seeing as Nullstone is very heavy magical, everyone from the side of things will be picking up Vestments eventually, let alone Barrier Idol, for example. So.
Yeah, Shrunken Heads, Vestments, Barrier Idol, that very important against Oogie, to say the least. Again, we did see glimpses though, and we know this, especially in Beaverbanger's hands. I mean, this hero's ridiculous when he has our Primal Surge up and. You think like you're going to be able to kill him, and then he constantly just heals up more and more. He gets more mana back as a result, and it's just going. It's just happening now. Bottom lane, yeah, they're TPing in. Now there is more support here for Sync, for Nullstone for that matter. I don't know if they're aware of that. Good Thulifon out to the side. He's going to get bursted down right off the bat. Salamon jumps on the Kinesis. In comes the Find Wall. And now Kinesis most likely going to fall. Gets a Stasis smash off. Doing some return burst damage. Not enough, though. Though the Protected Melody stopped by the Arcane Vortex in the meantime. Oogie does have the Primal Surge, but he is currently by himself. Getting some Charquakes out. Will it be enough? No, it will not. Down goes Oogie. A double tap for his lap. And now Sync Esports is feeling pretty good about where things are at. Will they get more? Moira's still pretty close. Dr. Repulsor. Yeah, he's going to fly in, but he can't get close enough.
And they're just too tanky. The Helm Vestments combos from both Salamon and Bramble, they're not dropping. They're just simply not dropping from all the magic from Kinesis, all the magic damage from Oogie as well. Just far too strong, honestly, to have an impact in these team fights, honestly. And perhaps they look to team fight a little bit too early from the side of Nullstone. And really, I think they should be reacting to what Sync is doing in terms of when they're pushing. But still, it's hard, really, to kill anyone on the side of Sync with the amount of heals and sort of saves they've got, unfortunately.
Moira coming in with a flank, so maybe overstaying their welcome right here. Dr. Repulsor, he does have that ludicrous speed, though. They're locking him down pretty damn well. Will it work out in the end? No, it will not. Flensmeister He looks like he is going to be able to get away. He's out of mana now, but I don't think they have any portal keys to chase. So, yeah, going to be fine. Rhapsody also got. That's ridiculous. I thought at least Rhapsody was going to die. But somehow even Rhapsody lived and gets out of there, ports out. Is fine in the end. So, Nullstone again going to kind of regroup right here. Go for another push at this bottom tower. I think this time it's going to work, but... You know, Sinks, again, overall pretty happy with where things are at. Like I said, it's just so tanky, and it's really continuing to show here. So, Nullstone's going to need to some way, somehow address that middle lane. Nope. Salamani should be fine. Falls back before too much happens on him. But down goes the bottom tower, and again, Oogie, though, the icon, he actually could get it now, splitting up the Ring of Sorcery if he wanted to, but I guess maybe he wants to keep the Ring of Sorcery and just go the icon on top of that. Can't really recall if he usually does it or not, but...
Yeah, he does. No,
Okay.
he'll put the Ring of Sorcery into icon. Yeah, there's no need to have it really.
Look at Bramble. No portal key. He actually picks up a freaking breastplate or plate mail.
Yeah, like they're sort of slow sieging a lot of their towers anyway. So they're still obviously pushing in that respect, and even without portal key pebbles, they're just doing it in sort of a slow siege mechanic instead of sort of burst someone down and then take a team fight. And if they need initiation, then they've got Doctor for that anyway. So they can both build tanky, be either Frankie tank liner or tanky frontliner. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's getting late for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. It's again. It's been a long weekend here, man.
Can't get my words out, man. I can barely get my words out normally when I'm tired. So I see words.
Bored with you, man.
Oh man.
But grinding it out here, and you see bottom lane. They're making their way up. Is Sync Esports, but now going to turn around and instead steal what is the double stack Ancients that were just created by Nullstone. Bramble finds Bubbles, but by himself I don't think it's going to happen unless Salamon gets here to assist, but no, Bubbles. Shell surfs away, going to be fine. Back over to the Ancients. You do see Oogie nearby. He actually takes at least one of the creep kills there. Gets something out of it, so good for him and his farm. You see Dr. Repulsor putting down an electric turd. It's a vision and preventing another spawn here. But middle push, it looks like that's where Sync is going to be interested in going. Again, they don't even have the Restoration Stone yet on Salamon, but still pretty comfortable. At least he has the one ultimate. Bubbles! Uh-oh, that was silly. He was not ready for that. Arcane Vortex comes out. Bramble, though, he gets the stun on Moira. Salamon jumps in. He got charged by Cthulhu Fawn, but two are already dead, and the rest of them running away. The tower's getting low, and they're chasing even further. Cthulhu Fawn going to be jumped on. You see Oogie. He's not much he can do, though. He doesn't really want to commit too much. Down goes Oogie. And now the tower kill going to fall on top of that. Yeah, not too sure what Bubbles was thinking. There's a vote you could see actually. Wow.
What happened is that his portal key got stopped by the Bramble ulti. Normally, like you see Bubbles players do, they do the shell surf, they do the Song of Sea. It's really good counter push, but you have to get the portal key out. But unfortunately, Mickey just was one step ahead of him, stopped the portal key with the ulti, and couldn't portal key back, and he died.
Clearly some frustration on the side of Nullstone Gaming. Vote you can see comes out, but it doesn't actually pass right here. So, but yeah, it's. They're going to push into the base now. It's just Oogie. Oogie's fairly lower in mana now. Again, the Primal Surge, so not necessarily the biggest deal right there. But unless they do something soon here, this Rax is now in a lot of trouble. Bramble's ultimate is going to be coming up in 10 seconds. That kind of gives you an idea, too. It's pretty short ultimate cooldown. Only 70 seconds, 60 seconds at level 3 even.
Yep.
So he'll have that back up here. And I think that, if anything, is going to be a reason for them to keep pushing, honestly. The base.
Yeah. They don't have to. Oh, they're going in.
Oh, they catch Boogie right here. Where's the follow-up, though? You do see Dr. Repulsor stick. It's a good return damage. Mana Slutter, and down goes Doctor, actually. Salamon doesn't have that ulti form, remember. Protective Melta in the background. It will save Salamon at least for now. The rest of them, though, will they be saved? Bramble, he's trying to tank it up. It ain't going to be enough, though. Bramble falls. And now Rhapsody also going to be caught out. So maybe not the best decision to go for a fight there from Sync Esports. Great lockdown by Nullstone, and they do hold, at least for now. And Salamon, is he also in trouble? I mean, he just actually got the Resto Stone delivered. He could pop that if he wants to try to maybe survive right here. It would be risky. Okay, he's going to do it. He's going to go for a turn kill maybe on Kinesis. No, it's not going to happen, though. And I think he's going to end up falling here as a result of that, too. Yep, he goes down. So a genocide for Nullstone Gaming. Yep. Good thing they didn't concede.
Definitely. I think they just got overconfident, and Doctor jumped in and really, really well played from Resha against, used the arcane what is it? What's it called? No, the Mana Stunner, sorry, instantly. Made sure he had no escape, and then a good follow-up stun from what you got as well. Just locked him down from full to nothing, and then after that, they just overextended trying to help off the Doctor Repulsor, then they compromised their positioning, for example, and Beaver Banger did his thing and has a lot of presence in the team fight as well. So, yeah, they're just whenever Sync over a commit, for example, that's when Nullstone needs to capitalize, as they did there. They're only 6,000 go behind, but if they can get Oogie more and more farmed, I think he can give them the sustained damage that they are lacking, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, again, we've seen it many times before in the hands of Beaver Banger especially, so definitely still possible here for Nullstone Gaming. So like I said, and not only because they came back in the fight, but definitely happy for Nullstone that they're not conceding just yet, and by all means, feeling a lot better, I'm sure, after that fight there. And clearly a little bit of frustration's kicking in, but hopefully those will change now. And they have a better chance. Now, Barrier Idol, though, on Ophelia, it's coming up. And again, we honestly don't see this item nowadays a whole lot, but this is definitely one of these games where you really do want it. Again, Oogie being so much of that magic presence. So that Shrunken Head's, of course, going to be very important. Dr. Repulsor, he is going the Hellflower route first, so going to be picking that up here, and then eventually a Shrunken, I'm sure. Rhapsody, Lex Talionis level 2 here. I think level 3 is even on the way, so going to assist. Isn't Parasite, but able to assist still with the Lex Talionis. And a Frostfield Plate's actually going to be fitted soon on Bramble, too. So more tanky for him.
I'm surprised he has gone Frostfield Plate. Like, it's good and all for like pushing as well, and sort of the active ability is useful in team fights as well. But like, there's not a lot of physical presence here on the side of Nullstone, so the armor isn't really going to offer him too much, honestly. But I mean, where else would he really go? I guess is the main question.
Yeah. Yeah, like we talked about the portal key, having that initiation purpose. But
yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, it would be useful, like, definitely, because we saw there when Dr. Repulsor jumped in, that is their form of initiation, but obviously you need the follow-up as well. And one thing that I've seen a couple of Bramble players do is, like, you can channel, like, or you can use the Spore Breath, for example, and then you can portal key into someone just before the stun actually works out and can have, like, a initiation in that respect. But
middle lane, they try to jump Insania, and good thing they turned around when they did, because you can see the supporting cast is here now for Sync. But actually not going to be able to get there in time, and both sides will be fine right there as a result. But yeah, he is going the Frostfield play right here. As there you go, purchases the Acolyte staff. So yeah, I mean that's what I was kind of getting at too. It's like this isn't really a physical heavy team on the side of Nullstone Gaming. So it's an interesting item, the fact that that's not really the case, but it is solid for team fight. It is solid for pushing, and it's still overall a good item, definitely. But yeah, again, a case of what would he get in place? Well, who knows? Maybe it's something like a puzzle box, even, I guess you could say. Utility
yeah,
there,
maybe. It'd be useful for extra pushing in team fighting, that's for sure. But
yeah, top tower goes down in the meantime. 2,500 gold saved up on Salamon here. At 27 minutes in now. Frostfield Plate still being delivered. Just about here, though. Oh, no, never
yeah,
mind.
I mean, I think don't really just sort of throw themselves at the base. Obviously, it didn't really work too well last time, but they do have Resto on Salamon this time, as well as the Frostfield Plate. They could take Kongol, which would be the safe play, but at the same time, like it's hard to really try and control Kongol when obviously you're Legion.
Yeah.
And Nullstone are sort of they're actually looking at Kongol taking themselves. So.
Yeah, I mean, Nullstone, this could be big for them, obviously, getting a Kongor kill, but it's not likely either, especially with the Ward of Sight being there. So going to be thwarted off for the time being, at least.
These guys all chat
Ward
far
chat,
too much
yeah.
for my liking, I'm not going to lie.
Well, they can't really do Kongor anymore, because their base is being initiated on. Have to fall back to deal with that, obviously. As they start doing for the time being. And again, that Nullstone pick up on Oogie. See Moira going up once again, but not going to catch anyone. Sync falling back before giving them that opportunity. I'm sure a Shrunken Head on Salamon especially is what they're going to really be banking on here. Before they go for a push. Maybe even try for a Kongor themselves, but obviously pretty difficult. Being the Legion side especially, so. Get a Shrunken Head on Doctor, and really anyone else that can get it eventually is going to be important too. But so I don't know if Sync also could just simply try to wait around for that. Wonders how much they fear this Hellborn team as far as scaling later into the game. Oogie especially
Yeah,
is going to get more farm, but
Yeah, I mean, Oogie can definitely scale well into the late game, but I mean, we've seen Salomon do it as well, I guess. He doesn't have, like, as high GPM as normally, like, Salomon's do, but still useful, like, whenever he has to rest those stones, so it's not out of the question, and they are controlling the map actually better than Nelson at the moment. They're farming, like, Ancients, enemy jungle, and as a result, the gold lead gets further and further in their favour, but no rush, though. That's the main important thing.
yeah.
They're going to rotate over to Congo, though, now, and they got a nice lane ward mid, so they're going to split out any rotations either way. So.
Yeah, they definitely got some good information here. Bubbles actually went invis right in front of Ophelia. I'm pretty sure he saw that, so he's running over. Bubbles, though, possibly going to try to open on Ophelia.
Nah, he needs back up. He needs back up.
They are going for Congress still, and yeah, they will back up from one another. So Congress still being attempted, doing some good damage. Sync knows though something's up. You see Bramble up here. He's got a Vine Wall ready to go. Possibly block them off if anything. Pops the Frostfield play for Vision. Moira coming in as well. So Congress very low. It's going to drop here any second. Will be in time. No, it's not. Oh, out comes Arctic Vortex, but Dr. Dig at the token of life right before that. So here we go. Salomon up at the front lines. Bubbles, he gets caught a Hellfire on him. Bubbles going to be melting right off the bat. You see Oogie.
Oh.
He couldn't do anything about that. Now Dr. Repulsor, he's got the token, so why not go full throttle here? He's in the front lines. Big burst being set up by Kinesis. Not the most damage, though. And you look at the slows on all of them right there. They're clumped up. Cthulhu fought. No, he will die in the end. Tried to trample away. He does not have a buyback, and now they're pushing into the base. And they're going cutthroat here. Possibly going to try to end it here at this point.
That was actually really well played from Mickey. An insane wall there to make sure that Oogie has to walk all the way around. And as a result,
beautiful Hellflower, man. Bubbles was jumping in, again, trying to be crafty. He gets Hellfire, though. Immediately dies. There's a second ultimate coming out from Salomon in the meantime. He jumps on a Kinesis in the background. Oogie's being locked down himself. Again, he's got the Primal Surge up. Will he be able to survive through this? It doesn't look like it. It's just too much locked in. He's trying to get away. He cannot. Down he goes. He has a buyback, which he does immediately. But again, the damage has been done. Doctor still has a token. 14 charges now on the icon. They're going to not get the range racks at least, but... And actually, yeah, they're thinking about even going back, and why not? Again, Doctor has a token. And I said that last time, and it backfired, so... Possibly going to fall back altogether this time, but... Well, they're going to still hang around a little bit. Reset.
It's music.
Yeah, the Rhapsody music. Now, Salomon doesn't have an ultimate, so that's a reason to maybe think about not going in here, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, Bramble, though, he's got his ulti, the Vine Wall. Oh. How much are they going to commit to this? Doctor flies back in, goes on a Oogie, but no, Bramble's going to buy himself now. Puts out the Vine Wall, and his team pretty much abandoned him. So No Stone was pretty confident that was going to be the case, and they were right on that, so well played. At least they get one casualty in the end. Dr. Repulsor, he picks up the illusion. He's low on mana, actually. They're still chasing, so actually Doctor might be in a lot of trouble right here. Can he maybe ultimate over the ledge? I'm thinking that's what he's going to go for, but again, now he's still out of mana. Rhapsody going to help as much as she can. Look at that turn damage on a Bubbles. Bubbles goes down. Yeah, dude, never want to chase too much.
Yeah.
Or else you can backfire like that, so.
Russia didn't mana Thunder, unfortunately. That's kind of the reason why he was able to ulti over the ledge, but even if he had like barely any mana, I think he still was going to be able to go over the ledge in that case, but...
Yeah. See Salomon at the top end, though, in the meantime. He's got his Shrunken now, of course. 32 more 100 gold saved up on him. Obviously, that ulti in about 35 seconds remaining, but by the time the next fight comes around, I'm sure not only going to have another big item, but a double ultimate ready to go. Although Token of Life, oh yeah, still has plenty of time, actually. 210 remaining on it. Yeah, they initiated in that fight right away, so he has a lot of time to farm up a little bit more, and I'm thinking, yeah, he's going to have a Shrunken Head now, too, so that's just another thing you're going to have to deal with here if you're the Hellborn side. Shrunken Head on Dr. Repulsor, and again, Oogie being so much of their damage. You look at the damage charge, 22%. How Bubbles even out there, but he's old magic as well. So those Shrunkens are going to do wonders here on the Legion side. As we expected, the Barrier Idol obviously also helping too. What is Mickey going? He has a Steam Staff. What?
He can go in Sanitarius, like it gives him a bit more physical presence and right click.
Okay.
Isn't there some interaction with Bramble? Like you can't get Resto Stone or something like that.
You cannot get Resto Stone, correct? It
Right,
does not
okay,
work
yeah.
for his ulti.
okay.
Yeah, it's like the only mechanic in the game. Yeah, it's just too powerful.
It's like it's so broken. yeah. Okay, right, yeah. So it won't be Resto Stun then. And that's if he doesn't realise it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You'd assume he knows, though, right?
Yeah, you would assume so. You would.
Yeah, so I'll assume it'd be inside serious, but.
See right there again, having fun with one another. But that's it. Doctor has the Shrunken now delivered. Sort of the high purchase by Salamon. So a Mock of Brilliance, I guess, going to be coming out here. A very interesting later game item. As Dr. Pulsar flies in the background, goes straight for Moira. Now he has a token still, so he's feeling ballsy. He probably won't use a Shrunken here as a result. He doesn't want to be too far out, though. Moira is going to stay alive. His team's just destroying the racks, though, so he's just distracting so much. He pops the Shrunken as soon as he comes back up. And now you see the team support kicking in. Oogie in the background finally pops the Promise Surge, but it's not enough. He goes down. No more buyback, and that should do it. Sync Esports is very likely going to come out on top here. You see the Arcane Vortex just stalling the inevitable, and down goes Cthulhu-Fawn. So Sync kind of doing what they did in the Han Tour Season 3 regular season, and going to go through and he finishes a Doombringer, because why the hell not right there. GG, well played. So Sync going to take it 3-0. Congratulations to them. Casey's trolling so hard right here.
Doombringer?
He's going to give them a Doombringer. Okay. Is he still going to die? No, he's actually going to live. Insania actually bought a Codex? He did. Wow. Look at that. The trolls are real. Okay, anyways, it is official now. Sync Esports are your champions of the Onslaught. Big congratulations to them. And again, that's got to be feeling pretty good, I'm sure. Again, and we got to see a lot of new things, man. We got to see some new things this weekend. Specifically, apparently, who